Mr. van der Werff has an impressive list of degrees. 2 degrees from Erasmus University in Management, Organisation and Strategy Management. 1 from the In Holland University in Small Business Management. And 1 in Real Estate from Werheit Vestergaard Academy. I hope that's vaguely correct. And in his spare time, Mr. Van der Werff is a national referee with the KNHB. So, Mr. Van der Werff, thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Hi all, my name is Werff van der Werff. I'm a sales director at DAON. And today I will touch upon what is happening in AI, where fraudsters use AI, and how you can prevent AI being used against you and your customers. For those who don't know and are not familiar with DAON, DAON is an Irish software company, and we have a focus on fraud prevention and identity assurance. And our goal is to bring back the human back into identity transactions. And we do that by developing solutions to accurately and easily identify who is a person in order to protect your clients, your customers, businesses, clients, and your data. So let's start by doing a little challenge. We have cloned the voice of Elena. You will all recognize as the organizer of this event. And she will speak in her own language. And I will let you hear the 2 audio fragments. And after that, I will ask you which is the real one to the audience. So let's have a look at the first fragment.
Очень рада видеть всех вас сегодня в нашем The Banking 50 хабе.
Yeah. And now the second.
Очень рада видеть всех вас сегодня в нашем The Banking 50 хабе.
Okay, so raise your hands if you think it's the first one.
Yeah, the first one is great.
If the first one is real. Let's say that's only 20-25%. Yeah? Okay. And who thinks it's the second one is real? Okay. It was the first one. So you see how difficult this is, eh?
First is real.
The first one was the real one. Yeah. Now you see how difficult this is. So keep that in mind. And by the way, if you want to do more of these challenges, we have on our website the DAON Deepfake Challenge, where we have 4 more audio fragments where you can choose the wrong from the fake one. So here are some examples of things that are going on, and it's coming from the Global Banking Survey of the Economist Group, where executives have told what will influence the banking industry. And one of the main ones was the risk of cyber attacks. And on the right hand you see figure 2 and figure 3, in what areas they expect to invest their money in the coming 3 to 5 years. And that is in digital transformation, in cybersecurity and data protection, and in customer experience. Well, in my opinion, a customer experience, and that's what I've heard before in the last 2 days, is one of the main distinguishers for banking clients. Also looking at some trends in the industry, there's a growing incidence of using synthetic identities, and that has started since the pandemic, since we all went online, we work online, we buy online, so there's been an enormous increase. Another thing, what happened is that there's a huge increase in account takeovers. Account takeovers occur when people get access to legitimate credentials of a user, but it has probably been stolen or acquired or purchased at the dark web. Since you and my information is available on the dark web for just $2. And then I know everything I need to know to do an attack. Account takeovers also have an increase because of the vulnerability of smart devices, which you and I use to get access to your bank accounts and other accounts. And the third one is the expanding use of automation by cyber criminals. They use AI as well, and they have the best tools to have a higher accuracy and a higher speed in what they do. And I can add a fourth one, which is called cybercrime as a service. There are criminal organizations that provide solutions that will increase all three of these even further. And that's also available on the dark web. Now, looking at what is happening today. You see here 6 pictures, and these are all examples of what can happen with deepfake audio and deepfake voices. The first one is an example of a journalist who cloned his own voice and broke into his bank account and brought it into the news. The second one is a Hong Kong banker who was tricked with a fake voicemail of another banker into transferring money to fraudsters, 35 million. The top right one is an example where people in Zoom calls get affected by fake holograms, where they try to reveal information that is sensitive. In the left bottom corner, you see an example that is a lot of times in the news, where employees of companies are tricked by fake voicemails or emails or videos trying to confirm a payment or something else. An example of that was with Bank in Q4 last year, where the CEO was tricked with almost tricked with a fake video. Another example is fake videos with celebrities. This was Taylor Swift, who did a bogus giveaway advertising for kitchenware of the brand Le Creuset, maybe you know it, but it was also fake. And what we hear every time in the news is that older people get scammed. This was an example of an 82-year-old Texas lady who was scammed out of $17,000 because she had to bail her son out of law, which was not true, of course, but she was scammed. But the most recent example was in the elections in the US, where a lot of Democratic voters got a message on voicemail from Joe Biden with a deepfake voice, telling them not to go voting because the pre-elections were not important, and they could leave it up to the real elections. So, what is a deepfake? Well, if you look at the word deepfake, it's a combination of the words fake and deep learning. In fact, it is a form of artificial intelligence. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So it can be done automatically without any human interference. So looking at what can happen in a call center. And this is a diagram with 4 components. The first one is compromised data, which you could also see as the dark web. The second one is an AI-generated orchestrator. You could also see as the brain of the fraudster, but let's call it here ChatGPT. Well, then you have number 3, that is an automated speech recognition tool, which can understand the questions of the agent, here depicted above as a headset, which can understand the questions of the agent, and that can include questions like, what are the 4 last digits of your social security number or your bank account? And that question is fed back into the orchestrator, who uses the compromised data to give an answer via number 4, which is the voice bot. And the voice bot can automate a realistic answer to the agent with a generated fake voice indistinguishable from a human live voice. And this is actually already happening now. Looking at the solutions we can offer as DAON, it all starts with identity proofing and verification during onboarding. That's the start. You've seen it in the video where we scan a document, take a selfie, and then continue in enrollment in strong authentication. We have multiple ways of doing authentication using biometrics and other forms of authentication. And the third one is the fraud prevention in the contact center. And the contact center here can also be the channel where you do account recovery. If you lose your credentials or you lose your smartphone, then you need access to somebody that can help you, but using the known identity credentials. We offer these solutions in truly cross-channel, so we do it in web, mobile app, in kiosk, in voice, even in person. And we provide it in a single platform, ensuring you have a single platform to offer seamless interaction for your clients across the whole identity continuity. That's why we call it identity continuity. Well, this is a slide where I've taken away the logos, but you can imagine it will be large banks or a large mobile network operator. And one of the takeaways that we achieve with these clients is that we reduce the fraud, we save costs, we phase out legacy systems like card readers. That happened with a big bank in the UK. We do a much faster onboarding, and we have increased transactions approval limits. You can see in the example in the left column where the amount went up from 3K to 100K.
So Fred, we have less than 1 minute for your presentation left. So can you?
This is the last slide. This is the last slide. So you see, here you can see we are operating worldwide. This is a set of our trusted clients in banking, but also in public, in insurance, and in telecom. And I think we are in an arms race, and we think the best way to protect yourself against the current, but also the future attacks, is if you combine biometric data and verification across all your channels. Thank you.